All right, let's talk about something that so many of us deal with. You have this huge desire to speak English, but it feels like there's this giant, paralyzing wall in front of you. And that wall is fear. Well, today, we're going to start taking that wall down, brick by brick. You know the feeling, right? You're in a conversation, you open your mouth to say something in English, and bam, your body just betrays you. Your heart starts pounding out of your chest, your mind goes completely blank, and your throat tightens up. I promise you, you are not alone in this. It's a very real thing for millions of learners. And believe it or not, what you're feeling isn't just being nervous. It actually has a name, xenoglossophobia. And just giving it a name is a huge first step, It proves this is a real, recognized phenomenon. And if it can be understood, that means it can be overcome.
So, if we really want to beat this thing, we have to understand where it's coming from. We need to peek inside your brain and see what's actually going on when that panic kicks in. And spoiler alert, it's probably not what you think.
This is absolutely the most important thing to get. This fear is not a personal flaw. It doesn't mean you're weak or bad at languages. It's simply your brain's ancient, hardwired fight-or-flight instinct going off. It's a biological program that's been protecting humans for thousands of years.
And this is the problem. Right here. It's a huge mismatch. Your brain isn't thinking, oh, we're having a friendly chat. No, it perceives the social risk of making a mistake as a genuine threat. It literally triggers the same chemical flood as if you were face-to-face with a lion. So your brain is prepping you to run for your life, when in reality, you're just trying to speak English.
Okay, so knowing why it happens is half the battle. Now for the other half, which is all about winning the inner game. We're going to look at a few really powerful mind hacks to basically rewire that faulty alarm system and put you back in the driver's seat.
First up, we've got to talk about something called the spotlight effect. This is that intense feeling that when you start to speak, a giant hot spotlight clicks on and every single person in the room is just staring at you, analyzing every single mistake.
But here's the truth. Most people are way too wrapped up in their own thoughts to notice your small mistakes. I mean, think about it. They're not hunting for your errors. They're usually just thinking about what they're going to say next. That spotlight you feel, it's pretty much an illusion. So the trick is to shift your focus. Fear loves it when you're focused inward, worrying. Am I making mistakes? Do I sound stupid? But confidence grows when you focus outward. Change the question in your head from, am I messing up, to, are they understanding me? It's a total game changer. Make it about connection, not perfection.
Okay, get ready for this one because it's a biggie. Think about the physical signs of fear for a second. Your heart beats faster. Maybe your palms get a little sweaty. Now, what are the signs of excitement? A fast heart rate, sweaty palms. Biologically, they are almost identical feelings.
So when you feel that anxiety creeping in, don't even try to calm down. That's like trying to stop a freight train with your bare hands. It's impossible. Instead, just relabel the feeling. Say to yourself, wow, my heart is beating fast because I'm excited to use my English. You're just nudging your brain from one high-energy state to another, which is so much easier.
All right, we've done the mind hacking part. Now let's get practical. Let's talk about the real-world actions that turn these ideas into actual, tangible speaking confidence. You wouldn't learn to swim by jumping into the middle of the ocean, right? You start in the shallow end. This is your exposure ladder for speaking. Start at step 1. Just send a text message. That's it. Once that feels totally easy, move to step 2. Send a voice note. The golden rule is, you don't move up a step until the one you're on feels boring, not scary.
Now let's drag that big, scary monster out from under the bed and get a good look at it. Fear loves it when the stakes are vague and catastrophic. So let's get specific. Ask yourself, and be brutally honest, what is the absolute worst, most terrible thing that could possibly happen if you make a mistake?
And here's what I call the so what calculation. Are you going to die? No. Are you going to lose your job? Highly, highly unlikely. Will there be a kind of awkward silence for maybe 3 seconds? Yeah, probably. And that's it. When you realize the worst-case scenario is just 3 seconds of awkwardness, the fear just deflates. It loses all its power.
A big part of the fear is feeling like you're not in control. So let's build a safety net. Just memorize a few of these simple emergency scripts. If your mind goes blank, you can just say, sorry, I lost my train of thought. If you don't get what they said, could you speak a little slower? Having these in your back pocket is like having a superpower. You always have a move, which makes you so much less anxious.
So we have the mindset hacks, we have the practical tools. Now there's only one thing left, and it's the most important piece of the puzzle.
turning all of this thinking into doing, right now.
See, the longer you wait and hesitate, the more time you give that ancient part of your brain to cook up excuses and dial up the fear. So here's the rule. It's simple. When an idea pops into your head that you want to say in English, you have exactly 3 seconds to start speaking. 3, the thought arrives. Here's your chance. 2, and right on schedule, your brain starts whispering, "Don't do it, you'll make a mistake." 1, this is it. You have to push past the fear. Choose to act. And you speak. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be brilliant. It just has to happen.
So, our time here is over, but your action is just beginning. Here's your final challenge right here on this slide. What's the first thing you're going to say in English? You have 3 seconds. Go. The clock's ticking.